Let's turn our attention to the royals. We haven't talked about Prince Harry for quite some time. Patrick Christys is from GB News and joins us now from London. He set some sort of a record here, the first royal on the witness stand for what, more than 100 years?
Yeah, absolutely. Since 1890, when the then Prince of Wales, who went on to become King Edward VII, was on the stand, and that was in relation to a salacious gambling trial. But the parallels are there in this case as well, because this is a massive gamble for Prince Harry. He is going to take to the stand, which means he's going to open himself up to some rigorous and aggressive cross-examination. Now, Prince Harry has got a reputation for not being that smart, and so one would imagine that he could get picked apart, and whether or not this is his truth or the truth will be exposed brutally in a court of law. It all relates to a phone hacking scandal. Now, one of the big reasons, by the way, that this is such a gamble for Prince Harry is that it appears to be quite easy for the Mirror Group newspapers to get out of this. They can say that they didn't run stories based on phone hacking, they ran them off tips, in which case there's nothing illegal about that. They can also say that Harry had 7 years to bring this case to court, which he did not, and therefore it can just get thrown out. If Harry hasn't signed a no-win, no-fee, then frankly his finances could take an absolutely massive hit, and it could also set a legal precedent for the Mirror Group, who have been dishing out millions in payoffs to people to stay out of court, that they don't have to do that anymore, and actually it might have the opposite effect that Prince Harry is hoping for.
So, Patrick, clearly Prince Harry and his wife Meghan have a hatred of the media, particularly the tabloid media in the UK and Britain. But what, and you're there, what is the public feeling here? Is the public sympathy with Harry, or is the public sympathy with newspapers like the Mirror?
Well, it's a tough one. I mean, what I would say is that the public sympathy is definitely not with Harry. I think people do understand that some rather fruity underhand tactics did used to take place in the British media, so people are aware of that. But the public sympathy for Prince Harry is at an all-time low, mainly because he essentially turned his back on Britain, slagged us off a lot on the way out as well, and has appeared to attack British culture and British people at every single opportunity since then, not least our royal family, the Queen in her final moments, Prince Philip in his final moments, and doing a flying visit for the coronation. So the view really is that Harry also cannot really be trusted. We had that tell-all interview with Oprah, which was basically an hour and a half of him crying into her bosom about a trust fund that wasn't big enough for him. That doesn't resonate well with your working man and woman on the street, does it? People don't particularly like Meghan Markle. There was all these lies about some kind of high-speed car chase in New York that was more Fast and Spurious than Fast and Furious.